Finally, I get to review a good anime series on the show. Today, we're going to have a look at Higurashi no Naku Koro ni, or if you prefer the English name, When They Cry. The story of this one is rather weird. At the start of it, the first 4 episodes, it starts out with a guy named Keiichi who's moved to a new town called Hinamizawa, where a dam was going to be built and it was going to flood the village. And they were against it, obviously, and one of the construction workers was murdered. And then after that, all the construction workers left because they thought it was a work of Oyashiro's curse, a curse that happens after a certain festival in the village called the Cotton Drifting Festival, that says that one person will die and the other will disappear. Keiichi finds this out by reading magazine, finds out about the story about it, and starts suspecting his friends because they've been acting weird lately. And I don't blame him. When you see him doing you see shit like this.
You're mean. What have I done to make you lie to me?
It's the truth.
No, it's not!
I would think something's up as well. And it basically ends with him acting like someone else that had transferred out before he came here, and killing all of his friends before dying himself. And then what happens in the next episode? Bam! The whole story's reset with the same character being alive and different scenarios, and it's just like, what happened? And while the second season that's what the first season happens, it's just all these different stories. Well, the second season explains what's going on with the series. Now, most of the characters have something that makes them go crazy or just dark. Let's start with Keiichi. He's like I said, the new kid in town, or village if you want to get technical. So he gets Expedition, which is good for the viewers. Then there's Rena, a chick who's usually an airhead and just all around but when you piss her off, you better run for the fucking hills, because she's cut you in half with a hatchet. And when she finds something cute, she'll hug it and do the anime, "Ooh, I want to take it home," and seriously, that's a line from it. Next is Mion, the leader of the group and heir to the Sonozaki family. And there are sometimes some shady operations happening in there. And then there's her twin sister, Shion,
Well, because
who, reasons of grandma being a bitch from the Dark Ages, disowned her in one of the stories.
I don't want to be late for work.
In one of the stories though, she captures Mion. Shion captures Mion and pretends to be Shion, which is when it's not explained to the end of the season. And I just love stories that make you think, because my brain never works. Next is Rika, who's really not important until the second season, but she's the real cutesy person of the show that I think helps you calm down after all this serious shit. Then there's Satoko, who's well known for her traps and her mental history with her aunt and her uncle, who always abuse her. She always would rely on her brother, who ran away or disappeared from Oyashiro's curse. This series animation was done by Studio Dean, who's made Fruits Basket, Ranma 1/2, and Vampire Knight, all series that I know and are pretty famous in the anime community. And that's the stuff I know. That's basically it. They probably made a lot more great series, but I've just not seen them yet. Another thing about the animation, it's made to look like a moe animation, cutesy and all that shit, which really creeps, shocks you when shit hits the fan. The music in this anime is a little bit creepy, with a creepy piano playing in some scenes, and there's just your generic happy scenes. But what I really want to talk about is that kick-ass opening. It was one of the first things that should not be skipped. Because this is when I was watching this show, when I was dropping lots of series, because I was just, looking at a lot of stuff. And the thing that always, put me back into the series was that opening. It's probably because I can cry and it makes it sound really epic, or it's just the visuals, but it's just awesome. As for the second one though, it doesn't leave the same impact as the first one did. For recommendations, there's Dead Man Wonderland, as it's got like the same sort of blood and gore stuff. But if you want to go if you want those big, more hardcore bits, saying bit more, if you want like a bit more gore, I'd recommend you towards Elfen Lied. The second season wasn't really as good as the first, mostly because it went from being this creepy series to just a completely different genre. I give When They Cry an 8 out of 10. When They Cry isn't available for legal streaming, but it does have a DVD released by Siren Visual, which I don't know if it's hard to find because I just found that out from a mate. But yeah. You know the drill. Like and comment. Just leave a suggestion in the comments as well. Don't forget to favorite and subscribe to my channel for more reviews and anime related stuff and maybe something else. Just a bit of mixed bags.